Hello everyone, I hope you're doing fine. So this is just gonna be the weekly breakdown of the trades that I have sent in the channel, in the Telegram channel. If you haven't joined that yet, I'm just gonna post the link in the description, so make sure to join that. So there are a few pairs around 8 or 9 pairs that I'm just going to go through. So first one is the gold pair. The setup I sent is based on 1 hour time frame, so just gonna break through from the daily. So in here, as you can see that the price, the recent structure is to the downside, and we are around in an order block here. The price has tapped within that order block. Now if you see that the price actually tapped around here through this week, it tapped within this order block. The price did some reaction, but it again is tapping in the order block. Now ideally from order blocks we should have a great reaction, but right here we are not getting a good reaction. Furthermore, if you notice, we are seeing some rejections, which shows that buyers are present in this level, so they are continuing to push down the seller, but the buyers, they are stopping the buyers to go upside. The structure wise we are downside, the momentum wise we are downside, so yeah. So moving down to the 4 hour. On 4 hour you can see that we broke structure here. Alright, we broke structure here, we broke structure to the upside. Now I did send this a picture in the channel where I mentioned that not every boss is tradable, not every change of character is tradable. So this was a change of character, but if you notice, we are on a downtrend, so paying this really needs to get momentum. The wave which broke the structure, the break the structure should be a high momentum wave. So for me to consider it, that should be a good one. All right. So furthermore, if you notice that there's a setup that price comes down, it does some inducement and it takes the high and then goes to downside. It's more like a telescope pattern. So just leave that aside. Talking about the structure, we have broken here to the downside again. So this is our structural high, this is our structural low, so we are within the range and we are anticipating a next move which will make next structural low. So moving on to the 1 hour. So in here, as you see, this is a wave which is momentum, strong momentum. Now on daily I mentioned, 4 hour I mentioned that the price when breaking structure should have strong momentum for me to consider it as a valid one. Alright, so this wave right here has got some strong momentum. Alright, it was breaking structure to the top side, so in here it broke structure to the downside, so we have a strong momentum as well. The price is generating some sort of a head and shoulder pattern. So obviously I'm considering that there is some liquidity below here. It has tapped within an order block here, but for me this order block won't make price to go much to the upside because this one is too obvious. So I'm considering that the price will sooner violate this order block and take out the liquidity here. Furthermore, if you see here, these are equal lows which serve as a confluence that the price should be heading down furthermore. Now if price there are several zones which we can trade. Now this one, the breaker block, if price breaks around this level, I would consider this as an invalidation setup. I'm considering price to push down from this fair value gap, from this breaker block to the downside. I already took a trade from here, from this fair value gap around the news. I did send running trade in the channel, but I'm still considering the price to sell off more from this region here. If price breaks to this region, I won't be looking for shorts anymore. I will just wait for the price to unfold something else. All right. So this is all for the goal. The next pair, GBPUSD. All right. So this setup was based on 2 hour. Yeah, 2 hour. So let me just go to the monthly. Was there anything monthly? So on monthly, this was a breaker structure as a a blind demand flip. So the price has momentum. This is a very obvious order block. The price is momentously tapping into that, so I'm expecting this order block won't hold. Rather, I'm expecting price to come down a little bit more. uh, I'm constructing this zone as a retail support as well, to some extent. So but seeing this momentum, my view just gets more confident, so I'm expecting the price to sell off more, maybe till here, but let's see. on weekly on weekly, we have a strong momentum structure wise to the downside, so going against the momentum is not a great idea at all. So yeah, that's all for the weekly. On daily time frame, uh, we did we did got some MD pattern. The accumulation, manipulation, and distribution ideally should go up, but if the setup I send, if this gets validated, then the next one I would be trying to get in short would be around, yeah, probably here, you know probably around this golden ratio, probably around this zone here. So I will be looking for short from that zone. But I have already a setup. I'm not considering this AMG pattern for now, because I've already some confluences in 4 hour, 2 hour for the downside. So on 4 hour, maybe just go to the 2 hour. On 4 hour, as you can see, this was a retail support, and this was a trend line. Maybe we call it the peanut pattern. The price broke to the upside, took out the trend line liquidity, took out the highs, and we saw some good momentum, which shows that the price has got the necessary fuel for it to push down. So next thing, we broke the structure. We broke this major structure as well. So structure wise, we were downside. Momentum wise, we are downside. Uh, just a second. Alright, so in here we are seeing another accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So when I said earlier on daily time frame, this is an accumulation phase, this is a manipulation phase. So I'm expecting the distribution phase to end up around here, because we have some breaker block confluence, fair value gap, we have golden ratio. I mean, this is all a buying, a selling zone. This is all the selling zone. We have order block, we have Quasimodo level, we have optimal trade entry, golden ratio. So this around here is all kind of selling zone, short zone. So I would be looking for shorts around this zone here. All right. Preferably, I would definitely be looking for here, because the momentum, the price broke to the downside. I always look for breaker block, but I won't change my bias until this level breaks. All right. So this is my validation point. If price breaks this, then I would definitely change my bias. So for now, this is all for the GBPUSD. Alright, third one is CADCHF. Alright, so this was based on 4 hour time frame. Alright, so let me just move that aside. Alright, so in here I'm seeing, if you notice, I'm seeing some sort of what do you say, left shoulder ahead, or right shoulder, somewhat an inverted head and shoulder pattern. Alright, the next thing I'm noticing is this, a trend line. Alright, so if a trend line breaks out, definitely the breakout trader will be triggered, and they will likely to get in long positions. Then obviously we have a inverted head and shoulder pattern. The price has broke the neckline of that, so probably they would be looking for long. But as smart money, I'm trying to go against them, so that is my high time frame bias. Because of these reasons, I'm looking to get in shorts. Yeah, so on weekly, there's nothing on weekly. On daily, I can see some weakness in momentum. I mean, this was bullish momentum. We saw some bearish entry, again bearish entry. We are again seeing bearish entry. So this shows me that the momentum is getting weaker and weaker, and probably we would see much entry of bears. Now this is based on Wyckoff distribution schematic. Uh, uh, According to me, all the phase have been completed, but for entry purposes, I'm expecting this low to get violated. I mean, this is a must thing. If this low doesn't get violated, And the second thing, which I just mentioned here, the break should have strong momentum. I mean, right now we have, bullish entries more than the bearish entry. So I'm anticipating that the bearish entry should be much stronger as compared to the bullish entry. So I can consider that as a shift in momentum. So I want this low to get broken. I want that to happen momentously. So on retest, or on, that would be a little thing. I mean, if price reverses from here or here, I will draw the Fibonacci and I will look for golden ratios and all, definitely other confluences, maybe this Quasimodo level, but it depends, where price retraces, and or definitely if it breaks this low. So yeah, that's my anticipation for CADCHF. So here EURCHF. Uh, so there was nothing much on the lower time frame, rather just this on the daily time frame. I was just expecting this. For me, the price structure wise is to the upside, momentum wise is to the upside. So this level, this was very obvious. The price has already, if you notice, the price has already here mitigated the order block. It did here as well, and it did here as well. So this for me is more like a retail resistance, or maybe this trend line, same thing. The trend line breakout, I'm expecting the price to retrace back, and then I would be, likely to go upside. But I mean, I don't have much confluences on this setup, but it is what it is. It's just daily time frame, and I would see on lower time frame if I get any entries or not. Alright, on GBPCAD, where this setup was based on, let me just check that out. Alright, so yeah, it's you may notice that this is very similar to GBPUSD. Higher time frame is very much similar. If you notice, momentum, retail support, same thing. So on 2 hour, we have S&D flip. This was the last demand. It got flipped up. So this is the last supply and control. We got liquidity. We got a clear of liquidity from this wick right here. We got the momentum, bearish momentum. So there's no reason for price to go upside. Obviously, if it wants to change its bias, then definitely it wants to go up. But for now, there is no reason for price to go upside from this level onwards. Alright. So in here we have the breaker block, we have this order block right here, we have the fair value gap, fair value gap confluence to the setup. We have the golden ratio aligned with the breaker block plus order block. We are getting some sort of accumulation, a manipulation, possible manipulation, and then move to the downside. So yeah, that's my anticipation for GBPCAD. Next is EURCAD. Alright, so for EURCAD, I have a sell setup. Alright, on 4 hour, maybe, yeah, on 4 hour, a sell setup on 4 hour. So in here, the momentum is strong. Alright, this I'm doubting my analysis just because of this hidden order block, but as this is too much obvious, I'm not expecting much from that, but we'll see. But the momentum is quite strong. We are structure wise to downside, we are momentum wise to downside. On weekly we are still to the downside. We have the momentum going out. It's getting weaker, but we are still to the downside. On daily we have, this is the last invalidation point. This is the last structural high. We are still breaking structures to the downside, so just going with the flow, not trying to get the possible reversals. For now, we do not have much bullish entries right now, so I'm just going with the flow, with the order flow, so to downside. That's it. Now in here we have this hidden order block, the same one we had on the monthly time frame. We have the structural high, structural low, break of structure. This is the range. Drew the Fibonacci. This hidden order block aligns with my golden ratio. This was accumulation zone. I'm expecting this to be the manipulation. The price is already tapped within that, so we might get possible confirmations on Monday. so I will be looking to get in shorts from here. So yeah, that's all. Alright, for GBPNZD, very much similar to GBPUSD and GBPCAD. Yeah, these are very much similar actually. Same thing, accumulation, fair value gap. I'm expecting the sweep till here. Uh, I mean this we can get an issue from this mitigation block as well, because that aligns with the R block as well. So this is around, selling zone. This is my validation point. If price breaks this, then I would stop looking for short. uh, Seeing the structure, we are to downside. Seeing the momentum, we're to downside. As in deflate, this supply is in control. So yeah, I mean this zone is really it's kind of a short. I mean, I will be looking for shorts from here. Now I view this fair value gap for possible. I mean, I would preferably be looking to short from here, because I'm not expecting the sweep to be much larger. I mean, till here, I'm not expecting that. But obviously, my expectations sometimes are wrong. So I would be reacting to price whatever it does within this region. All right. So NZDJPY. Well, I don't think I need to explain this anymore. I did a lot of top-down analysis. I mean a detailed one in the channel. So to watch this setup being breakdown, just click in the link in the description to join my Telegram channel, and you will definitely get the top-down analysis of this setup. I did monthly, weekly, daily, and 4 hour, and I did very well explained. So last one is USDJPY. Alright, so on USDJPY, look at this momentum. Would you want to go against that? Definitely no. Strong momentum. We are not even seeing a single bearish candle here, so definitely not going against that. Definitely not. Right here, we have some accumulation, manipulation, but what happens? The manipulation has been failed. This low didn't got violated. We didn't got some bearish entries, so definitely not going to short from here. In here, look at this. On weekly, on monthly, we had strong momentum, and in here we have as well a strong momentum. So definitely no. Now in here we have some accumulation, the manipulation phase, which will the fair value gap around here, the word. So this fair value gap, the price got liquidity, the fuel. So it went up, it broke the structure here. Alright, so I'm expecting a retracement, maybe to this fair value gap, or around this golden ratio, and from there I will be expecting the price to take out this high, because this is a very visible one. So yeah, that's my anticipation is for the USDJPY. So yeah, this is all for this week. I hope you learned a thing or two. If you do, please like, subscribe, and if you have any question, make sure to comment there. So yeah, good day.